Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer readings, and this will be for my Aquariuses in Gemini season. So this is from May 20th, when Gemini season begins, to June 20th. Anyway, you know that when I do my longer readings, I use 4 decks. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards for the main message, then my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of fill in some gaps. I ask words of advice from my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and then I finish again with my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I've prayed, meditated, and infused all decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay, so things to know about. Okay, May 20th, kind of in the evening-ish, Gemini season begins. May 22nd, there is the new moon in Gemini. Now remember, full moon to new moon, it's getting smaller. Get rid of things. New moon to full moon, getting bigger. Request things. Okay, so on the new moon, it's great moon to request. Then we have Friday, June 5th at 3:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have our full moon in Sagittarius. So a couple of really interesting things. Gemini's is throwing away, no boundaries. Don't restrict Gemini season. This is like opening up the gates, okay? Don't try to stop me type of energy going on. So embrace that. The other thing about Sagittarius, this is adventurous, energetic, free-spirited. So having that full moon in Sagittarius while in Gemini season, wow, anything can happen. Let's see what happens. So, and then on June 20th, Cancer season begins, and also the summer solstice for the Northern Hemisphere, the longest day. That starts at 3:43 Eastern Time again, and it's the shortest day in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay, so let's go on. Remember, I am an intuitive channeler, and what that means is that I open myself up to my higher power, and whatever the message is for whoever's out there, it just comes through, or whoever needs to hear it. So 3 cards are face down. The first and third are reversed, so that means a little stronger energy. Let's see what we have for my Aquariuses in Gemini season. First card reversed, here we go. 5 of water. So water is emotional energy. It's emotional energy. 5s are all about the change. All about the change. Now, my Aquariuses. Now, this is also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, emotional fluid. My Aquariuses, you have been so ready. You have been so ready to make changes. Now, and I don't know, if many areas have opened up. Many areas are still in that not so open, but with Gemini season doesn't want to hold anybody back. Gemini season wants to have everything open. Not quite sure how you feel about that. Not quite sure how you feel about the opportunity to make those changes you've been wanting actually happen. Okay? But 5s are about change. Positive, negative, neutral changes, it doesn't matter. It all creates a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of stress. And the thing you need to do now is, is this that time? Are you, because this could also be that time, that maybe you're actually doing what you've been wanting to do. And I only use this as an example. So many of you have wanted to move out of something, out of a situation. It could be that job, career, work. It could be that personal, interpersonal, intimate. It could be something to do with family, but it's like you've been wanting to make some major changes with that, and it's also on how you've been interacting in that. So what could that mean? Maybe there's a person that you just have not been able to, that's really has been, and I'm not going to say that you haven't been able to deal with, because if you haven't, it's because their energy has been very oppressive to you, and they have been trying to control you. Well, you know what? In Gemini season, air energy, you're not going to want that. You're not going to want that. And part of you is going to be kind of a little like, you're going to be kind of upset. And it's going to be, well, why doesn't that person or that situation understand me? They expect me to understand them, but why don't they understand me? And again, that could be any of those 3 that I was talking about. Okay? The thing is, though, I feel very much Aquarius is that this Gemini season will be true to thine own self. Okay? Things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Next card up is the Emperor. Emperor, Archangel Michael, warrior, protector, big shot of the angel, big shot. But the Emperor here is getting your ducks in a row. This is getting you ready. You've been wanting this major change. And, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're leaving per se, but you've been wanting to get things put together. You've been wanting to get things so that you could do it. You don't like, you're embracing that piece with Gemini. You don't like the shackles. You don't like to have to be told what to do, when to do it, and how high to jump, okay? It doesn't mean that you are rebellious against social norms. No, you have to go to work. You have to pay your rent, your mortgage, whatever it is. You have to pay your bills. You just want a little more breathing room. Now, how you're going to do that, you're going to need to, again, put your ducks in a row, get things organized, get things in line, okay? So, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So this, so part of that 5 of water, part of that is also letting go. And, full moon to new moon is a great time to let go. Okay, last card. This is again reversed. Here we go. The 2 of earth. Earth energy, solid. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, solid energy, something, someone you can touch. So this is, there's a lot of this is work energy, money energy, career energy. It's like, there's this one part of you that wants to focus on, on breaking out, breaking free, but then there's this other part of you that says, but I have to have a job. Like I said, it's very, very, you're very realistic to this. I have to have my plans. I have to put these things together. If I'm going to break free, if I'm going to be doing major changes, I have to make sure I go to a job. I have to make sure that my job is stable. Yeah, and I also too, for personal reasons, I take great pride in my job. I want to make sure I'm doing a good job. But that also means for Aquariuses that, so there could be some changes, but I do feel that there will be jobs available. Okay? Too much work, too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. So it's Gemini's giving you that opportunity, those thoughts that you've been wanting, those things to break out, those things to make changes in your relationships. Gemini's giving you the season to do that. You just have to make that decision. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? But again, as a lot of my Aquariuses tell me, I know you're Aquarians, but I love my Aquariuses. A lot of my Aquariuses tell me they're always planning. So let's go on. John Holland, can you kind of clarify a little more for this, for our Aquarians? Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. 3 cards face down. First card up. Intuition. Intuition, you've got, you know what you need to do. You've been knowing what you need to do. Again, connect with your higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine. Connect. That will help you get through. And, and remember too, a lot of people, wishful thinking versus intuition. You need to have that silence. You need to silence yourself. That full moon is a really good time for you to, to kind of connect. Okay? Next card up. Oops. There we go. Third eye chakra. Third eye chakra. These are energy points. Chakra, you can look that up at Chakra. Energy points. Third eye is, again, your intuition. So you're getting like a double whammy on making sure, that if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Okay? But if it does feel right, then you've got it. Because Gemini also, for you, my Aquariuses, for the air signs in general, I do feel that this season itself, I've been talking a little bit about it. I feel like karma is working its way through, and I feel that it's kind of like, you've got to embrace that part of it too. Your last, and karma, whether it be bad or good, but I feel it's going to be good and positive. And I also feel that there's going to be, not just, it's like, the past, that karma's being kind of put to rest, but there's new karma to be made. Okay. Next card up, prosperity begins. Okay. Not a whole lot we can say except that once you get through a lot of this emotional, angst, once you've been, really listening to yourself, listening to your inner, your third eye, your intuition, higher power, things start to work through. And like I said, there's going to be work. Prosperity will begin. What else can I tell you about that one? Okay. Let's go on. Osha Zen Tarot cards. Any words of advice for my Aquariuses? I feel like I need to do the other type of shuffle with this too. Hold on a second. I don't do that a whole lot, but I did feel like it needed a fresh shuffle in that way. So 1, 2, and 3 words of advice for my Aquariuses. First card, transformation. Transformation. The phoenix rises. Some things have to leave. Some things have to go away. Some things have to, just have to leave in order for this new thing to come. And this is, so Gemini season is that time for you. You've been waiting for it, wanting it. It doesn't mean, and again, I'm not saying that you're quitting or changing anything, jobs, but you are making some really big changes. I mean, you're making changes. So if you are in a relationship type of, situation that's not quite working, you're going to make some changes to who you are. You're not going to necessarily put up with these things that have been, kind of battered at you. But the thing about it is, when you make some changes for you and you own that, it doesn't matter. The other people, the other relationships, the other situations have to change. They have to. Okay, next card up. Participation. Participation. Okay, the other thing about this too is my Aquariuses, you're not doing this all alone, okay? You are not just an island. You have to remember that too. So this is that kind of balancing act. This is that kind of like, oh yeah, you do have to, watch out for isolating yourself. Watch out for alienating others around you. You are part of a bigger group, okay? That's kind of like, I think, a little cautionary. Your next card, last card, is guidance. Okay, what can I tell you? Higher power, spirit guide, whoever that is to you. Again, along with these intuition, third eye chakra, total transformation, you need to do it. You need to make sure that you keep, whoever that creator to you is, but you need to make sure that you are reaching out, that you are, receiving, that you are connecting. Maybe this is that participation, that you are open to that spiritual guidance. Okay? Really, really powerful stuff for you. Like I said, Gemini doesn't want boundaries. They want to break through. And my Aquariuses, so do you. You do too. So if those changes, I'm not going to say that you'll never have a chance to make changes. And a lot of times small changes bring about big changes. But Gemini season is good for these changes for you. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards face down. Middle one reversed. Here we go. First card up. The 4 of Ariel. Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You've had this now. When you give, you also receive. So that's part of that participation, but it's also being resistant to change. Extremes in how you save or spend money. So, that being, again, it's like, even though you've been wanting this, now it's kind of like, are you going to act on it? Are you going to take those steps? Okay. Reversed. Here we go. The 6 of Michael, your energy, also Gemini and Libra energy, air energy, hearing news. You can be free. Ship comes in. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. And I'm, for many of my Aquariuses, I have been feeling relocation for you. Okay, but maybe it's just going to be, maybe you're going to take some day trips. I don't know, but I have been feeling really big changes. Okay, and that's also too, the light at the end of the tunnel. If you look, it's the sailing into the blue skies, sailing into the calm sea. So big transfer, and that goes along with your transformation. And your last card is the Empress. So we had the Emperor, okay? We had the Emperor. Now, the Empress is Archangel Gabriel. Now, to me, this is always about receiving news, hearing news. So if you've been really ready for those changes, I know that there's many Aquariuses that aren't, but I do feel such change, such transformation. If you're ready, you're going to hear news. So, be open to it, receive it. To me, it's like the universe wanting to give to you, my Aquariuses. This is about abundance. The time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. So what you've been putting in place is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. So yeah, it is a little scary, some of the changes that you've been wanting to do. A little scary. And I know that. I know that. So I'm not saying this will be for every Aquarius. You might be making smaller changes, but to you, even though they seem like they might be small changes to you, they actually will result in a bigger change. So interesting. Gemini, it's got, like I said, no boundaries. Don't restrict me. So my Aquarians, you know what to do with the buttons down there and the thumbs up. But as always, my Aquariuses, know that you are loved, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye-bye.